Hello, my name is Miguel.
Hi, hello, my name is Gracia Gámez, and today we're going to talk about our topic assessment.
Esmeralda. As I was doing my investigation today on aspects of assessment, I noticed that the Board of Studies, Teaching Educational Standards, says that classroom-based assessments provides opportunities for teachers to gather evidence about students' achievements in relation to syllabus outcome, and that also enables students to demonstrate what they know and what they can do. That clarifies students' understanding of concepts and that it promotes deeper understanding of the students. And with all of this, it also provides evidence that current understanding is a suitable basis for future learning. What do you think they mean by that?
Well, I was reading and I saw that there is considerable evidence that assessment is a powerful process for enhancing learning. I also, Bragg and William, 1998, synthesized over 250 studies linking assessment and learning and found the intentional use of assessment in the classroom to promote learning, improve students' achievement. Furthermore, Black and William, 1999, assert that the research indicates that improving learning through assessment depend on 5 deceptively simple key factors.
Uh, and what were those key factors, if you may explain?
Well, the factors are, yes, the provision of effective feedback to pupils, the active involvement of pupils in their own learning. Another one is adjusting teaching to take account of the results of assessment. And another one is a recognition of profound influences assessment has on the motivation and self-esteem of pupils, both which are crucial influences on learning. And the last one will be the need of pupils to be able to assess themselves and understand how to improve.
I see, Esmeralda. But regardless of the assessment approaches, what matters most is how the information is used to improve students' learning. Some considerations to take when planning assessment can include what is the purpose of it, what would be the timing and location, what is being assessed, how would the assessment information be gathered, or how would the assessment information be used?
Ah, I see. It sounds very interesting. I also heard that assessment of learning takes place after learning had occurred, and this is to determine if it did and it is used to plan future learning goals and pathways for students, and also provide evidence of achievement to a wider community. Also provides a transparent interpretation across all audiences.
So we can say that assessment of learning requires for teachers to make judgment about students' learning and to communicate to parents.
Yes, Mike, that is right.
I also read that research has identified 3 key processes integral to effective assessment for and as learning.
Really? And what are those?
Well, those three processes are as follows. One, going in their learning. Where are they? Where am I going? The second one establishes where am I now? To get learners to where they are going. Meaning that the gap.
I read that based on these three processes, Stigin, Arthur Chapus 2007 present a useful framework of 7 strategies for using assessment as a tool for and as learning.
And what are those strategies?
Well, strategy 1 provides students with a clear and understanding vision of the learning goals. Strategy 2 uses examples and models of strong and weak work. Strategy 3 offer regular descriptive feedback. Strategy 4 teach students to self-assess and set goals. Strategy 5 designs lessons to focus on one learning goal and aspects of quality at a time. Strategy 6 teaches students focused version. And strategy 7 engages students in self-reflection and let them keep track of and share their learning.
Wow, that's very interesting. And I never thought assessment was that important, but as I can see, it is very important in our classrooms. Esmeralda, do you think that we as teachers do enough assessment in our classes with our students?
Well, I think, as you said, it is very important to be ready with assessment. And of course, as English teachers, I think we had to be prepared with the effective assessments. And also, in my experience, I use a lot because I work with the children's, and I use a lot like rubrics and also checklists, and I also have a teacher's observation list every class, and that helped me how to assess correctly to my students. And what kind of assessments do you use in your school?
Well, I noticed something that since I work the laboratory, and we have the classroom teacher. A lot of the time, my students come to me for assessments on work that they need to do. But what I do in my lab is mainly for my students to interact, to make their own. I have them do their own dialogues based on real life situations, and it's for them to write the conversation correctly, and mainly because the other teacher a lot of the time doesn't. All he does is just to put the work and send them to me. But mainly what I do is I assess them to do their work correctly, and a lot of the times in that the other teacher leaves was mainly structure, grammar, and I help them with that. I send them to a lot of web pages to see what it needs to be done because I don't like to tell them what to do.
Good. Well, as we read, and it is really important to be aware of this kind of type of assessments and to try to be a better teachers. And for today, I think for my part, that's it. I don't know if you want to add something else to our conversation. It was a pleasure this time, Mike.
Well, thank you, Esmeralda. It was what we have learned in this assessment to be better teachers and to create better students. Thank you, Esmeralda.
Okay.
Nice talking to you.
Okay, we'll keep in touch. Take care.